from the crossroads of America. We're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. Teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. Big man showing up the yards. Tyler Warren. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
On is Katie York for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. To kick this one away. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. And he drives that puck backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Pass play coming here. Taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Giving this to Jeanty. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Throwing now off the play action. That's incomplete on 2nd down. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. And it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
And they bring him down around the 34.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense, guys. Up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we go. Pass to 11. Focus.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Just a yard left to go on second down.
Second and a yard.
60. Let's go now. 60 podcast. 70s.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Finds him over the middle. He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. York tacks on that extra point. And the Colts drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is York to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. First play is going to be a give to Genty. There's room down the left sideline. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. And the kick is no good. An early point after left on the table. Maybe later in this game, it's going to be a moment we look back on. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10.
19. Here we go.
Throwing now, Richardson. No yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Taylor now up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is hauled in by T. Higgins. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Taylor gets it on first and 10. And across the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
19, 17. Ready.
To throw, Richardson. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. Offense is set. First and 10. From the gun, Taylor. Running in the red zone. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Cut 19. Ready. 60 by Buffalo.
In the red zone now. Catch made. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Second and 3 now.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And he still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
The intended target there was Tyler Warren. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Cade York now on for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. York knocks it through. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On now is York to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. Making some progress here. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. They give up the guts. It's Gentile. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
They're throwing it. Got a man. It's Drake London. Rolling into enemy territory. Still fighting forward. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders make it a one-score game. Drake London with a touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Well, maybe that's Tyrese Maxey. Whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
70.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. My man, he's in the clear. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Giving an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll be first down Colts.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. First and 10 from the 43. Now throw to start the drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 17-13 showing on the scoreboard. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at second and pretty short. Counter give to Genty. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it third and maybe a yard at most from the 34.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
On first down, it's Richardson. Forced out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down this. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Richardson on 3rd. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Hicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down. Katie York now on for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. York knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On the return, here comes Rivers. This makes it up to the 25. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw here. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that takes them to 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Pulled in at the 20. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. To throw, here's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Panther 11. Let's go.
Now Richardson to throw. That one nabbed by Warren. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
That's him on the catch, left side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
7 Pirates.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Buys time, rolling right. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts take a 13-point lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. You're good on the point after. And the Colts double their lead to 14.
Raiders 13. Dave York to kick off.
On now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Rivers. He's brought down just inside the 25. Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. And off to Jency. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
So it'll be second and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Let's go now.
Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll throw, third and long. On the move, headed right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
These defenders, they can just feel it. They're up a couple scores in the game, and you know what the other side is starting to do. They're starting to press, and you're going to start to see a little bit more pass. And that's when these defenders pin their ears back. They get home, and they create havoc in the sack. just like that.
And they bring him down and put a stop to that return. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
Mustang 19. Come on, 40, 17, Bronco.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Moving right, airs it out to... He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to have it all the way down into 25.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch you vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Finds the in route complete. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Chased out to his right. This finds its target. That's Taylor. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Panther 60, Panthers ready.
1st down throw here from Richardson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
19, Tiger, 19, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Throwing again, Richardson. Right side cut by Higgins. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Richardson. It's on target to Pierce. He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts boat racing them to the halftime locker room. What tacks on that extra point. And the Colts stretch their lead to 21. On now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Rivers. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Receiver in motion, he's headed right. Working now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. To throw here on 1st down. He's in again, it's Bowers. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Got a man, it's Dante Thornton Jr. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. New set of downs for him. He'll start at the 38. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's first and goal. New back motions right. One final shot before the half. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Colts intercept the final throw for the end zone, and that is how our first half's going to end. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Now he's York to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Coming left is Genty. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Throwing it on second down. This one's taken in by Thornton. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
It's complete. Here's Thornton. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A pickup of 17. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Las Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They motion Tucker over left.
At the 60.
First down, play action. Rolling out to his left. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face second down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
It's Genty underneath. He's taken down at the 30. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
That's taken in by Tucker. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second down, looking for options. Completed to his running back. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal. Looking inside the red zone. In the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time when Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach. Do you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. Do you have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. And you're going to be just fine.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Let's go now.
He's going to throw it again. Oh, no, They're going to have it after his second interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity to look.
He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Las Vegas.
Jency on the give. He's headed right. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing back.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, they'll put that opposing offense right back out there, steal really in that interception.
It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Richardson on the sneak, and he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be second and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal.
Tag, 19, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And he's going to score a touchdown, Indianapolis.